It's Your Health in the Headlines, and someone who knows all about headlines is editor-in-chief of Redbook Magazine, Jill Herzig. Welcome back, Jill. It's good to have you again.
Great to be here. Love being here.
So, you know, one of the most important things to being healthy is having a healthy house. Would you not agree?
Absolutely.
And what's shocking to me is people don't realize this, but according to the EPA, the levels of a dozen dangerous chemicals could be 2 to 5 times more prevalent, more concentrated in your house than outside. We usually think of our home as a safe place.
Yeah.
But
No,
not
it's
always.
incredible. You think, well, I'm home, I'm in my kitchen, everything's clean here, but in fact, you're exposed to more chemicals there than maybe in a parking lot. I mean, it's really kind of scary.
I came home yesterday and somebody had just mopped the kitchen floor, and the first thing I smelled was that.
Yeah, that ammonia smell. Yeah.
like,
And then you
cleansers
started
can make you
coughing,
dizzy.
and
Yeah.
your eyes started
I was going to
tearing
come
up.
over to your house to do this prep work. But,
Well, some of these cleansers have like a skull and crossbones on the back, and there's a reason for that. You've got to ventilate and use them carefully.
So, first thing you could do, you walk in the house, kick your shoes off
Absolutely,
before you traipse everything through the house.
Take your
do
shoes
that
off.
at home.
Well,
And you say,
let
you
me tell you,
ask your guests
I just reverted to doing that again. I only did it when my kids were really tiny and they were crawling around, and I thought, oh, all the gross stuff people bring in on the bottom of their shoes, I don't want them picking that up. So I had a shoes off rule in my house, and we all did it, and it was fine. But then now I have big kids, and nobody's crawling around on the floor, so shoes back on. But now I'm realizing after we did this research at Redbook that we're still tracking in all of this stuff, and we kick it up. So, you know, you don't want to have that dirt, that bacteria, all the allergens. You don't want that floating around in your house. So we're going back to this rule of take off your shoes when you come in the
don't be
house.
offended, guests,
No.
when you
I think
come over.
A cool trick is if you just have a little carpet right inside the door with just a few pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
That way, anybody that comes in goes, oh, I guess we take off our shoes. You almost don't have to say anything. It just happens.
Right, it's like the custom of your house, and everybody will just do it.
Yeah.
And certainly, vacuuming often will help as well. Other things, though, that people don't think about, you know, all the fragrances we use,
Yeah.
dry cleaning.
Dry cleaning. There are very powerful chemical solvents that they use to dry clean clothes. You're not going to stop dry cleaning, maybe, but what you do want to do is such a simple thing. Just wait a few days before you go and pick up your clothes at the dry cleaner, because those solvents will dissipate over time, and that way when you bring them home, you know, and you take the plastic off, it's not going to be this burst of chemicals that you immediately inhale, because that stuff is dangerous and it's linked
Even
to
a couple
neurological
extra
problems.
days at the cleaner.
I usually
Yeah,
pick mine up
just-
pretty late anyway,
Yeah,
so
just
I
be
guess I'm
lazy.
safe.
It's fine. You're doing a healthy thing.
But another thing, just FY, is there are more and more dry cleaners that are going green, and they're not using these carcinogenic
Yes.
compounds. I've started to go that route because
How do you know? How do you know?
they
Is it
actually will have
on the
a,
label?
they will say
On the
green,
window?
and they will say we don't use carcinogenic cleaning
Okay, cool,
compounds.
awesome.
So
Yeah,
you
it's
can
a-
look in the
it's a
yellow
great way to
pages and
go.
find